The Cannabis Show is for information only. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
Welcome to The Cannabis Show. Today on the show, we explore the strain Tangerine Dream. Evan explains how much you can carry legally on the all-new Growing Tips. Just keep watching.
How much cannabis can I carry? Can I have cannabis plants in public? How much can I store at home? Hello and welcome to Growing Tips. My name is Evan and this is my New Year update. October 17th, 2018, adult use cannabis became legal across Canada, and now anyone over the age majority in their province can carry 30 grams of legal cannabis or its equivalent. Public possession limits remain the same for authorized patients who are registered with a licensed producer or with Health Canada. Medical patients can carry 30 times their monthly or their daily prescription, up to 150 grams, in addition to their 30 grams of non-medical cannabis or its equivalents, for a total of 180 grams of dried cannabis. For those authorized to access cannabis for medical purposes, they must be prepared to show they are legally allowed to possess more than 30 grams or its equivalent in public if they are requested by law enforcement. This can be done by showing the registration certificate issued by Health Canada. The possession limit in the Cannabis Act are based on dried cannabis, and Health Canada has developed equivalencies for other cannabis products to identify what their possession limits would be. 1 gram of dried cannabis is equivalent to 5 grams of fresh cannabis, 15 grams of solid cannabis product, 70 grams of liquid cannabis edibles, 0.25 grams of cannabis concentrate, and 1 cannabis seed. This means, for example, that an adult can legally possess 150 grams of fresh cannabis product, 450 grams of solid cannabis edibles, around a tray or two of brownies, 2,100 grams of edible liquid, just over a 2 liter, and 7.5 grams of cannabis concentrates, and 30 cannabis seeds. The regulation also allows for public possession and gifting of 4 cannabis plants as long as they are in the vegetative state and not in the flowering state. So now we know how much we can carry. How much can we store at home? The new regulations remove personal storage limits for patients. Like any Canadian, they can store as much cannabis as they like at home. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and keep growing.
What? No, I said nice kush, not tush. All right, anyway. Oh, sorry. You know, one thing I've noticed since we have legalized cannabis recreationally is that the stigma still very much exists. Now, I know that this will hopefully start to dissipate in time, but we all have to do our part to try and break certain stereotypes and go beyond the pothead moniker. Truth is, CEOs, lawyers, doctors, teachers, artists, chefs, and just about everyone uses cannabis, yet no one wants to talk about it. According to a recent survey, 6 in 10 respondents said they wouldn't be comfortable using cannabis in public, and more than half of those surveyed indicated they don't plan on telling anyone they smoke it. Why not? Don't be ashamed of using cannabis, I beg you. It's funny, drinking is somehow socially acceptable to a fault. It's present at every event and milestone in life, including birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, and even funerals. There's something super frustrating about being considered a bad person for using cannabis, especially since it's been legalized for adult use. What's even more frustrating is that substances like tobacco, sugar, and of course alcohol have long been legal to indulge in, and guess what? No one seems to judge you for using those, well, at least not in a true moral sense. I can use those sinful substances and still be considered a decent human being. Here's the best part in all of this, though. The statistics actually show the opposite is true when it comes to cannabis users. Research has shown that compared to cannabis poo-pooers, cannabis consumers are actually more socially active, have higher level of education, earn more money per year, and are more likely to travel than those who put up a red light when it comes to using cannabis. And wouldn't it be amazing if we saw cannabis being used in society the same way alcohol currently is? Head to a wedding and there's a bud bar alongside a regular bar. And maybe it's a joint the main characters share in the new sitcom sitting on the stoop instead of catching up with a beer after work. Heck, wouldn't it be amazing to see joints supplied on one of those reality shows to get the contestants to open up to each other instead of plying them with booze? The time will come, but until then, we need to stand up and let people know it's okay to use cannabis. Thanks. I'm going to smoke a joint.
As a music geek, the first thing I thought of when I saw that Canna Farms had a Tangerine Dream strain was German electronic music pioneers of the same name, Tangerine Dream. Funny enough, I would later find out that they both made me feel the same way, calm, happy, with warm thoughts. Tangerine Dream by Canna Farms is a favorite among many cannabis users. Evan, our growing tips expert, even told me it was definitely one of his. I now can see why. As soon as you crack the bottle, you're in for a treat. Sweet citrusy scents mixed in with a little earthiness. The taste is that of orange or grapefruit. The physical look of the buds are glorious, with orange pistils and in some cases rather large crystals. Patients that are dealing with depression, fatigue, or looking for something for stress relief may want to try this strain. A hybrid sativa, many patients have said that they like this for day use. They feel relaxed without the couch lock. Me personally, Canna Farms Tangerine Dream has rapidly become my go-to. I like to use this strain in the evening as I'm listening to music and playing with my puppies. If you want to try the band and strain together, cue up the track Tiergarten of Tangerine Dream's Le Park album and vape away. Tangerine Dream by Canna Farms. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here we are. Evan on the end, Kate, we got Hart, I'm Chris. Well, here we are, 2019. Got any cannabis resolutions?
Yeah, I'm going to resolve to smoke more cannabis.
Oh, yes, I think I will too.
Yeah, everybody should. That's something everybody should do. Yeah. Maybe I'll add a little bit more CBD to my regime this year too,
nice.
right?
Yeah. Well, it was funny. It was you that told me a long time ago. I always have a hoot of CBD and then hoot other stuff. And I've been doing that for a long time now.
Good stuff.
So, yeah, maybe you should practice what you preach, buddy.
Never.
That one's easy. That one's easy to practice what you preach. I have a little room in my house and I put some gift wrap paper down there and stuff, so I'm going to be more festive around cannabis this year. Like, I'm going to gift a lot more because you can gift 30 grams.
Sounds like witchcraft.
It is witchcraft. That's what I'm all about. But yeah, and I'm going to bake for people and stuff and just try to brighten people's lives.
Oh, that's a great one. Man, you make us look terrible. I'm going to smoke more weed.
Can we get a cloud over hard here? What about you there, Evan?
I'm going to try and keep my pieces a little cleaner, clean my bong and my pipes a little more often.
Nice.
Yeah, be a little bit healthier that way.
Good call.
Yeah, nice. You know, I like, this is for actually the Cannabis show, but I like to get out to more shows, more events, and do more live talk. And we've had quite a lot of progress this past year in 2018. We got out to Toronto, we were in Saskatoon, Calgary we spoke. It was awesome. We were out to Toronto a couple times to speak. So that's what I'd love to see us get out there even more. So
you're here.
That's a good one.
Definitely. I'm down for that.
The Cannabis Show 2019. It's going to be a fun year, and we can't wait to be speaking with you even more throughout 2019 as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday.